This is Bishop Brown, and I am here broadcasting and streaming live to you. And I want to talk to you about 10 important things, 10 important things that your church needs to do before Christmas Eve, especially if you're a small church. There are some very simple things that you can do right now. I know it's only 4 days left, but some very simple things you can do right now to prepare yourself for this Christmas. Now, the statistics say that 65% of all Americans are going to go to church somewhere on Christmas Eve. Your church needs to be one of those places where they find themselves. So let's go through the 10 important things. Because before a visitor ever comes to your church, chances are they're going to look at your website. So you need to have several things that are clearly visible on both your church website and your church Facebook page. So number one, add a tab that says first-time visitors. This clearly says that anybody who's here for the first time can go to this place and find information. And on that page, you should be able to find a FAQ. Now, a FAQ is a page of frequently asked questions and their answers. So you need to have a FAQ for your church on that tab that says first-time visitors. This page should specify, among other things, and this is number two, your church address. So many times I go to websites and there's no address for the church anywhere to be found. Number three, it needs to have your church phone number. A phone that's answered at the time you're at church, especially, and even answered when you're not at church, regular office hours. There needs to be some way that people can call and ask a real person some real questions. Now, I know you say, well, mine is on answering service or whatever, but you need to have a church phone number where people do respond. Number four, your church service times need to be clearly delineated on both your church Facebook fan page as well as on your website. Number five, your church dress style. Now, somebody said, well, what does that matter? You need to be able to tell people whether they can wear jeans, whether women can wear jeans, men can wear jeans. Are you really come as you are, or are you kind of business casual? Let people know so they don't feel out of place when they get there. Especially women, more so that I found than men, want to know what can I wear, what should I wear. Okay, so list what your church dress style is. This fact should also include a map to your church location. Use Google. Paste a map to your church right there on Google. Give the instructions. Number seven, instructions for where to park when they get there. Take a picture of your parking lot. Show visitors where you have space specifically aligned for them. If you don't, then say so. But give instructions, at least give information. That's number seven. Number eight, if they have, give some explanations as to where you should enter, or where your visitors should enter. Where they should park was number seven. Where they should enter the building is number eight. A short what to expect is also number nine. What kind of service do you have? Should they expect a lot of standing, sitting, stand up, sit down, fight, or is it more just relax and take it easy? Should they prepare to be participatory? You know, let them know what to expect. And number 10, be sure to prepare a first-time visitor packet that you can give to these visitors when they come in the door and they arrive at your door. Those were the 10. And there's the on the screen behind me here. You'll find, and I hope you see, the 10 things, important things, and they're right there. They go all the way around. Add tab, all of those things. Now I'll send you this on the description for this broadcast. You'll find where you can pick this up, a link to pick this up. Okay. Now, if you're not tired, and I hope you're not tired, I have 10 more important things to do before Christmas. Let me share these with you too, all right? 10 more things you should do. Your first-time visitor packet that we just talked about should include your visitor information card. Listen, the most important thing you're going to get from a visitor is that visitor information. Number 12, that was number 11. Number 12, give them some mints. Give them a trinket saying, hey, we're glad you're here. Maybe you didn't think about this. Maybe you're nervous. You need something to chew on, something to bite on. Here are some mints. Number 13, maybe an ink pen or a golf pencil inside this visitor packet so that they know, so that they can take notes. And then that brings up number 14, a small notepad where they can write and scribble. Number 15, if they have kids. Now, if you don't have a kids ministry and their kids are going to be sitting right there next to them in church, give the kids something to draw on. I know you have an exciting service, but for a 4, 5, or 6-year-old, you're not that great a preacher. All right, so make sure that you have something, an activity page. Yes, it'll give some litter in the church, but they're going to tear up your church envelopes if you don't. So do that for your children, okay? And have that. That's number, what was that, 15? Number 16, prepare a gift bag for visitors that they can exchange for their information card at the end of the service. What do you mean by that, Brown? Well, here's what I'm talking about. At the end of your service, you want to get that card. That card, that information card that they give you is really very, very important. So you want to make sure that you get that information back from them before they leave. So if you say we have a special gift for our visitors, and all you have to do is give that visitor card at the back table, at the side door, wherever you want to have them go, then you can give them those gift bags right there. Get the small gift bags. Go to the dollar store. Don't have to be fancy. But that brings us to number 17. In that gift bag, you can pre-sign thank you letters from the pastor saying, we're so glad you came. Or if you don't want to do that, you can send them a thank you letter by email. That way they can have it within a day or 2 days. You can send them a thank you letter by email. And if you just like to go old school, you can send it by a stamped letter as well. But in that gift bag for your visitors, number 17, make sure you have either a thank you letter from the pastor or you plan to send one shortly after the service. Number 18, if you have extra CDs, and most churches that create CDs and of the preaching from each Sunday end up with many extra CDs. Package them up, put them in a holder, and put those extra CDs, one per visitor, in that gift bag. It's a gift from the church. It's something that they will appreciate. And here's the thing. You're going to believe God. When you throw one in the bag, you're going to believe God that whatever that person needs is going to be covered in that sermon on that CD. Number 19, we're almost at the end. Completely clean and sanitize every restroom. Don't play with this. Your church has smells. Some are good and some are bad. Some of the good smells will include coffee or whatever, donuts or whatever. Some of the bad smells, people with bad breaths, people with body odor, and worst of all, a toilet that smells bad. You don't want nobody to miss Jesus because they couldn't get through the smell of your toilet. So take some extra time, put some air freshener that'll stay, some thick stuff. Don't get the dollar store brand now, but put some, if you know that around your toilet smells like urine, you be sure that it doesn't on this day, okay? Go through your entire building and spend some detail, pay attention and see where you smell things that you shouldn't. And go through the lobby, go to the entrance of the church with a new nose. Bleach is not considered a good smell. So you don't really want bleach. Pine Sol is a bit better, but whatever it is, you don't want to smell urine. Number 20, and this is it. We're almost at the end. Pray, pray, pray for your expected harvest. We want you praying for the harvest that God is going to send in that door, and you need to be ready for it. Listen, this is Bishop James I Feel God Brown, the internet's favorite pastor, and I hope that this will help you. Take time. I hope you have a great Christmas service. God bless you. We'll talk to you again real soon. Okay? That is it. I'll figure out how to shut it down here in a second. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, that's good. I think it's up here. Well, that's not good. Okay. Well, somewhere here it tells me how to shut this down, so I'll have to do that. And if push comes to shove, I'll just cut it off.